Hi everyone, welcome to Tom's Man Shed. Okay, today's review is going to be on this, which is a ring light. The reason I got this is this past 2 or 3 videos I've made. As the year gets on, I started this channel in May, I think this year, May 2019. Height of summer, loads and loads of lovely summer light. In the man shed where I film, directly behind the camera is the one and only window. It's about a 2-foot square window with the adjacent door. And I could open that and let loads of light in the room, put the lights on in here, plenty of light. As the year has progressed, the daylight has obviously got less and less, and I don't want to open the door in this weather, letting all the heat, I've only got a little heater in here, let all the heat out of the room and the cold air in. So I've just been using the what little bit of daylight is coming through, and of course if I want to do a video at night, it's just filming under the lights in here, which I am now. The blind is shut, the lights are on now, but sometimes I've noticed it has appeared a bit grainy in the background, and I've also had to boost the colours and the contrast sometimes in Premiere when I've been editing it together, and that's just due to not that bright in here, and the camera compensating, and as well as other things increasing the ISO, and so getting a grainier image. So I thought I'd buy one of these, a ring light, and as you know, they can go like round the lens, position it through the lens of the camera. I've found it most convenient behind the camera above on a tripod, and it's got 3 different colours of light. I will show you them shortly. I won't show you them now because in auto there's hardly any difference, but I'll set the camera up later to try and get you an idea of the colour of them lights, but it's not easy. But you do see the difference in colour when it's showing on my face. So what you get in the package, and I got this a couple of days ago from Amazon, and it was, well, let's have a look. Amazon now. This was the one I got a couple of days ago, this one here. It's $22.99. A couple of days ago it was $18.99, so it's already gone up three quid. So you're best looking around, see which one's on offer. But this came with the mirror as well. Yeah, I think I'll show you that in a bit. Mirror as well. 3 different lights, a little tripod stand, phone stand. There's one here, 72 quid. Clip on, different colours, bit better quality obviously, 34. There's that one there, small tripod only, same price, down from 60, but that hasn't got a mirror, I don't think. I'm not sure, but yeah, you're best looking through. Mirror wasn't too important to me, but it's handy to have. And like I say, this one was the cheapest I saw at 18 quid the other day. So yeah, so to recap, you get the ring with 3 different colours, which I'll demonstrate properly later. You get the remote control, so we've got the mode at the bottom. This one here, that's the different colours, on, off, and up. Each time you click it goes up a brightness, and each time you click that goes down a brightness. Other end of this, standard USB socket, so it just plugs in a wall plug charger or a USB output on your PC. You get that. You get the phone, a standard stretchy, quite tight grip phone thing with a, move it around that It's got a 1/4 inch bush there to go on a tripod, and another one there. You get a little tiny tripod that you could use for your phone, and that little tiny tripod has got a ball head for various positions, and that's the main tripod you get with it. It's got various sizes. I would say it goes, it's probably about 6 inches high, something like that. The diameter of the ring is 8 inches, and you do get the mirror. So there's the mirror, that's the camera we're filming is currently on, and it's got 2 magnetic pads which line up here and here with 2, so then you can do that. I'll plug it in for you just to show you, but I'll do the proper demo shortly. But that's the light on and off. It's totally obliterated me now because it's in front of me, but obviously you'd have it illuminating your face. But like I said, I'll go through all the proper settings and the colours of it right now. So here we go. Okay, so now this is just to give you an idea of the different intensities they are. I've had to set the camera on manual. After this I'll show you it's set on automatic, and it will still obviously work on automatic and reduce grain and things, as I'll explain soon, but you can't see the actual colour intensity increasing much on my face, representing the intensities of the actual lamp itself, because the camera is set on automatic and set to compensate automatically, obviously. So at the moment I've got it set on 1/30th shutter speed, f4 and ISO 800, and still on autofocus. The lights are on in the room, the LED 6 downlighters are on in the room that you see above here, and I've got it set to tungsten, I think it's tungsten, because it's a warm light, so that's giving roughly the right colours. The colours you see now are the colours with the light off in the room. There we go, there the light's off. So as you see, the camera's on manual, everything's gone dark. Lights on in the room, and I'll go through them now, and you'll see my face totally wash out with colour because the camera is set manually and it's not auto compensating, but that gives you an idea on the brightnesses. So at the moment now we are in of the 3 different colours, we are in the coolest white, what I call cold white. As I mentioned, I'll repeat myself a lot because I'm recording this in different stages through the day. But when you pick an LED or a halogen bulb, you pick cool white or warm white. This is what is the same as cool white. So that's intensity 1, intensity 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is, there's 10 settings, I seem to click 11 times. That's the brightest it's on. Obviously all washed out now, but this is just to give you an impression of how bright the thing is, and you would alter your camera accordingly, turn down the ISO and get a less grainy picture. I'll go on the other colours now. That's back down to the minimum. So we're now on to the warmer white. This is the warmer white, intensity number 1. intensity 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, that's the warmer white. And finally, we'll go on to, go back down, we'll go on to the really, really warm colour, which is like a very warm white, orangey sort of white, which is a colour I've decided on to do the video in at. That's on minimum. 1 up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's on its maximum now. Like I say, I'll be doing it on automatic, them things, but that's the setting I've decided on. Maximum on the warm. That's the warm white, that's the cold white, so you can see the differences there, and that's totally off just the interior lights. So that's, you can see that's a problem on manual that you get. It's exposing for the interior lights, but my face is still in darkness. Whereas if you turn the thing on, particularly onto the warm, it's a lot better. Okay, so I think that gives it a demo of all its different settings. Okay, so you've just seen the settings on with the camera set manual to show you how bright the light appears to the naked eye when you're looking at it. And of course, you feel free to be creative. You can set your on this camera, it's a Canon M50. You can set the shutter speed, the aperture, the ISO, or manually if you like. And a lot of people do like doing that. I just like the auto features of it, particularly for doing this, and that's fine. But the trouble is, showing you it on auto doesn't give you any idea of what it's sort of like, the brightness coming out of it, because the brighter the light gets, the camera compensates by increasing the shutter speed, closing the aperture, and reducing the film speed. But the good thing about that is, because it is a bright light on my face, it reduces, particularly when it starts reducing the ISO, and it becomes less grainy. So what I'm going to do now is go through the settings again, go through the 3 lights, the bright white, what I call the cold light, the warmer light, and the really warm yellowy orange light, which is my favourite. That's the one I've picked to use. See what you think as I go through these. Like I say, you won't notice much difference. You'll see it probably immediately illuminate and the camera immediately compensate for it, particularly the background. But I'll tell you which setting I'm on each time. And as it gets to the brightest setting, you'll probably notice me roughly staying the same, but the background appearing less grainy. So we'll do that now. So at the moment we're off. The lights in the room are on. The blind is closed, the door is closed, so it's just like it would be at night. I have no other light in the room other than me coming from my monitor over there. So obviously I'll be doing it with the lights on. So I'm going to turn, these are the main lights in the room on now. That's 6 little halogen downlighters. The main light I'm demoing is now off. It's on a tripod behind the camera, above the camera, again I'll show you that, and it's off now. So if we turn it on, so on, and we'll go through the coldest setting first. So that's on, sorry, we'll go down to the minimum. Right, we'll start there. So that's on the bright light, bright white light, what I call the bluish cold light, on its minimum intensity. So again, if you sort of take that in, sorry if this video does turn out a bit long, but I'm going through each individual setting separately to give you an idea what it means. You can always whiz through them if you don't want to see this bit. So that's coldest white intensity 1. That's going up to intensity 2. That's going up to intensity 3. As I'm looking in the viewfinder, which is facing me obviously, I can see it getting brighter, but on playback what you'll be seeing, you won't notice it so much, my face anyway. You'll probably notice a bit in the background, particularly as we get to, that's 4 I think, 5, up another one, up another one, and up another one. Like I say, if you keep an eye on, say, the features about the detail in my face and the background, look at the ceiling at the back of the room and look at the grain in the picture. This is at 1080p, by the way. I'm not filming this in 4K. 1080p. And up another one. I'll keep going up now. Must be getting to the maximum soon. I think that is now. Yeah, that is the maximum. That is like the 10th intensity. So we'll go back down to the minimum, and we'll change the colour. This is now the slightly warmer white, what I would call warm white. This is similar to the halogens I've got in the room. When you pick a light for your downlighters, your halogen, your LED or your halogen downlighters, the LED these, you can pick cool white or warm white. This is what I would say the equivalent of warm white was. So again, that's intensity number 1, intensity number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. That should be, no, that's that. Now that is very bright, particularly if I was looking at the light. If at the moment it is above the camera, the whole circle light is above, is say where my face is, and the camera is more down here. If it was around the lens, it would be very, very bright to look at. As I look at that now, it is quite bright. Not blindingly light, but it is very bright. But I think the highest intensity is the best, because if you look now in the background, the grain is less. And finally, we'll go on to the warm light. Now this is my favourite one. So that's the warmest light, and again I'm on at the moment on the white balance of the camera. I am on, sorry, on the white balance of the camera I'm on tungsten, warm sort of tungsten light to match the warm shade of the LEDs. So that's the really, really orangey looking warm light. This is intensity 2. This is intensity 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. So that's on its brightest now. I think this is my favourite. Everybody will vary. Mention down below in the comments if you prefer, if it looks better on the cooler blue or just the warm one. This is like the ultra one, the orangey colour. Yeah, so you should notice now, like I say, in the background, if you look in the background, there should be less noise because there's so much light now on me and the rest of the room that the camera should have picked quite a low ISO. If I go straight down to off. I'll turn this light off, so all you've got is the lights in the room. So that's off. You can see the camera compensating. You'll probably notice a bit more noise, a few more shadows on my face, maybe not as detailed. And then again, when you turn it on, it comes on the last intensity you've selected. So I think that's going to be the one I use from now on for blogging. Once we get back to summer, I can have the blind fully open, and the door lets loads of light behind the camera. Is the only window in the man shed, and the door, but I'm not having it open in this weather because it's absolutely freezing. It's just been hailing hailstones the size of large peas a minute ago. So what I'll do now is I'll just turn the light onto the blind behind you, which is like a beige coloured blind, and I'll set the camera up in manual again, like before when I did my face, and that'll give you an idea what the actual light looks like to the naked eye when the camera's not set on manual. Where are we? So that's this one now is the cold, what I'd call the coldest blue, like a coldest white, a bluey sort of white. The sort of really bright lights that you get in jewellers and kitchens and things like that, harsh light. Then when you click the button, it goes on to a warm light. It is quite warm looking to look at with the naked eye, and this is a pretty much good match with it. Like I say, I'll show it you another method and you'll probably see hardly any difference. And that is the I would say like the warm lights that you get, halogen lights. So you've got your cold light at first, this one your warm light, and the other one which is quite a very, very warm, like a yellowy sort of light. Okay, so that concludes all the tests. I'll just finish off by saying this is what I've decided on. This will be all, I think, my future videos will be recorded like this, whether it's summer or winter, and then again I'm all looking the same. Blind shut, internal lights on, camera set to tungsten or warm, and on auto, but with the light behind the camera on maximum. And I think this is the best you're going to get me. But just to conclude, yeah, good value set. As I showed you before, there are a few available on Amazon and other places, of course. But for the money and what you get, this seems pretty good. Hope this has been of some use. I'm going to keep the reviews coming. Please subscribe by clicking the little round picture of me shed here, and any comments please put them below, and I hope to catch you very soon for some other review. Bye for now.